measurement. Measurement is how we quantify distances, how heavy something is, how far something is, how long something is, how much it weighs, how big it is, how small it is, how much room it takes, all kinds of things. And we do this, we measure things in order to get a sense of these things and also to give this information to other people. Things that we measure aren't going to change how big or small they are based on what we measure them with. And also, different places use different units of distance. In the book that we were reading, they had all kinds of different units of distance that might have meant the same thing or a different thing depending on if somebody was taller or shorter. So for instance, a cubit was from your elbow to the tip of your finger, or a hand span is from one finger to another finger. But that's not going to work for me because I've got tiny hands. And a hand, which is used to measure horses, is supposedly 4 inches, is supposedly the width of a man's palm, like this. But I'm a woman, it's not going to work for me. So, yeah. So, we came up with ways to standardize these. And these are measurement units, and even with these measurement units, some of us use different ones. For example, in England and in America, we use inches, feet, pounds, miles, but almost everywhere else, not everywhere else, but almost everywhere else, even in Canada, they use something called the metric system, which uses meters, kilometers, kilograms, grams, liters, etc. And you might notice these things, like you don't get a gallon of soda, you get a liter of soda or something. And I don't really know why some people measure some things in some ways and other things in other ways, even though they should be similar. It looks like a job for curiosity, and let's find out the answer together. But today, the kit that I have waiting for you at the library is to make something that you can use to measure yourself. Well, something that you yourself can use to make measurement with. And this is a measuring wheel. And basically what it is that I have taken a paper plate and turned it into a wheel that I've connected to a ruler. And it doesn't necessarily need to be a ruler, but you're getting a ruler anyway. And with this thing, I can see, all right, I have started at 0, and I can keep going around and around and run it on something. So for instance, I can run it up here and count how many times this went around. And I can see how many inches that took, because I know that this is 28 inches, or just about. And I marked each of these 1 inch apart, 1 inch apart, 1 inch apart, and I have the numbers back and forth so that I can see it no matter which way I measure. And so if I were to measure this whole room that I'm in, and it took me, let's say, 5 times to go around, I would know that it was 5 times 28, and then maybe a little bit left over. So 5 times 28 is 140 inches, is 11 feet and 8 inches. Yeah. That strikes me as a little small for the children's room, but hey. So in the kit this week, you will get 1 ruler, 1 set of paper plates with a hole poked in the middle. You will also get 1 brad, a paper fastener. And something important that you want to do when you're doing this is to make sure that you stick the brad in the other side. So you want to have the flat edge with the ruler on this side, and you want to have the brad on the curved edge, because otherwise the brad will just fall through and it won't stick together. So, like, so. But wait, you need to put your measuring inches on it. And you can either do this with a tape at home, a tape measure, or a cloth tape measure for preference, because those are more flexible. or I'm going to include for you a piece of string with inches tied off on it. So you start with the knot and then mark at each inch. And you will need a pencil or a marker or a pen to do the marking with. And after that, have fun. You'll be able to measure anything you want, provided it's flat, and provided that people will let you. So go out, do science, check it out. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.